National Ethnographic and Natural History Museum Permanent Exhibition Guide. Hall 1. The National Museum of Ethnography and Natural History is one of the oldest museum institutions in the Republic of Moldova and Southeastern Europe. The basis for the foundation of the museum was the agricultural exhibition organized in the fall of 1889 by the provincial Zemstva of Bessarabia. After the exhibition was closed, a good part of the materials was preserved, and on their basis, in the same fall, the first public museum in the region was created, the Museum of Bessarabian Zemstva, renamed later the Zoological, Archaeological, and Household Industry Museum. Day by day, the institution expanded its fields of activity, becoming already at the turn of the 19th and 20th century known in the Russian Empire and in many European countries. These successes are due to the tireless activity of the museum founders: Baron Alexander Stuart, Doctor of Philosophy and Master in Zoology, and the first custodian, Franz Ostermann, a good connoisseur of museums abroad. With the joint efforts of those two great enthusiasts, the museum gradually turned into an institution of European level. The increasing popularity of the museum among the visiting public, the special appreciation on a regional and international levels, were of enormous importance for its further development. The success achieved allowed Zemstva Gubernia, whose leader was Baron Alexander Stuart, to build a special building for the museum. For the realization of this project, a competition was organized where the project of Chisinau architect Vladimir Tsiganko was approved. Within 2 years, 1903 to 1905, this edifice was built in the pseudo-Mauritian style, very popular at that stage. Today, the building of the National Museum of Ethnography and Natural History is considered an architectural monument of national importance, registered in the Register of Historical and Cultural Monuments of the Republic of Moldova. During 100 years of activity, the museum has accumulated numerous collections which document the evolution of nature and traditional culture. During this period, both the name of the museum and its directions of activity underwent a series of changes. In the 80s, the building was restored and a new exhibition was set up. The concept of the exhibition focused on the idea of interaction between man and nature. Nature is the environment in which the human community evolves, and culture reflects man's adaptation to the natural environment. The permanent exhibition, made available to the visitors, carries the generic name Nature, Humans, Culture. The aim to elucidate the interconnections and correlations of man with nature at different stages of development of the human community, based on authentic testimonies, natural monuments, and cultural artifacts created in this land. In the first hall, the most valuable museum pieces are exhibited, presenting the 4 sections of the exhibition: ethnography, contemporary nature, geology, paleontology, and archaeology. A particularly fruitful page in the history of the museum's development was written by Franz Ostermann, chief custodian and patron of this institution, in which he worked for more than a decade and a half. Possessing deep knowledge in the field of biology and anatomy, he carried numerous collections which were successfully exhibited in many exhibitions abroad. The rich collection, consisting of naturalized birds and animals, the anatomical and biological exhibits made at the end of the 19th century, the beginning of the 20th century, are made through original preparation techniques, and thanks to the high level of development of natural science in the area. The corrosive exhibits, unique in their kind in perfection of execution, were clearly superior to the original collection kept in kept in the most famous museums and laboratories of the Western Europe. In the museum, there are objects showing the blood system of different organs: calf's kidney, lamb liver, pike head, ox hoof, pig spleen, and blood system of a turtle and a dog. An enormous contribution in illustrating the level of geological and paleontological science was made by the scientists Moroșanu, Suhov, Tarabuchi, and Cemertan. Thanks to their works, today the museum holds a rich collection of geological and paleontological pieces, which conceal countless evidences of long-extinct flora and fauna. The paleontological collection is remarkable for pieces that present the Neogene and Anthropogenic period on the territory between Prut and Dniester rivers. The fossil vertebrate animals of the Middle Sarmatian era are represented by placoderm and bony fish fragments, bird and mammal bones. Of particular interest, there are turtle shell and seal skeleton, Middle Sarmatian era, 12–11 million years ago. The Upper Pliocene fauna is represented by bones of a cave lion, swamp pig, rhinoceros skull, and meridional elephant ivory. The archaeology and ancient history collections of the land have an indisputable value, to the collection of which the archaeologist Sergeyev contributed. They reflect the evolution in the space between Prut and Dniester rivers of cultures from the Paleolithic, Neolithic, Eneolithic, Bronze, Iron, Antiquity, and Middle Age periods. In the possession of the museum, there are a number of original collections, such as the treasures from Cărbuna and Lărguța villages, the treasures from Musaitu and Cuhnești villages. Among the 852 pieces discovered during the repair works of the road leading to the town of Cărbuna, there are copper plates, mother-of-pearl birds, stone and copper axes, bracelets, and diadems. The discoveries confirm the high degree of civilization that existed in the 4th to the 1st millennia before Christ. Among the notable personalities who contributed to the development of the museum was Albina Osterman, the founder of the Ethnographic collection and chief custodian for more than 4 decades. Thanks to her work, the ethnographic heritage brings together pieces from all areas of traditional culture: work tools, household items, clothing, home textiles, ceramics, musical instruments, ritual objects, vintage photography, cult objects, and old books. The collection of textiles made of hemp, wool, cotton, linen, local embroidery, which come from all the ethnographical areas in the land, is very representative. The collection of Moldovan carpets, end of 18th century, beginning of the 20th century, which reflects the evolution, diversity, and originality of its genre of popular creation, is worth mentioning. In the exhibition, pieces of clothing and home decoration corresponding to the 19th and 20th century are presented. Women's fall costume, fabric chosen by the ritual, wall carpets with floral ornaments, the symbol of the Tree of Life, funerary stela with mythological motifs. Since ancient times, the element of connection between man and nature has been the symbol of the Tree of Life, whose sculptural composition, with the traditional semantics specific to Romanian culture, has become the connecting element of the exhibition in the museum. The Tree of Life sculpture, whose author is Safarov and Codrescu, embodies a system of symbolic ideas, reproduces the continuity of spiritual and biological life. This symbol acquires its permanence being carved in stone, carved in wood, woven and embroidered on the image, on carpets, embroideries, pieces of clothing, and wreath objects. These symbols reveal the inner world of our predecessors, who carried a culture based on the beauty of the surrounding nature.